outside in, the team just seems unrecognisable to 12 months ago. I mean, as you sit here right now, the overwhelming feeling of what's going on.
Yeah, look, we're easy to play against. So, we're still getting some supply, but we're getting beaten in transition way too easy. We're not connecting with the ball forward to centre. It's been 4 weeks, 5 weeks. I thought we were a bit better last week, but we're just easy to play against, and that's making it really challenging, And, I think there's a lot of little things going wrong in our game at the moment, and that's making us really challenging to play at the moment the way that we want to play. So we're breaking down in a few too many areas, and then that means we're easy to play against, and the scoreboard pressure builds. So, we had opportunities in that first half, to really put some scoreboard pressure on. We're unable to do it, and in the end, I thought the Saints' hunger and work rate in the second half was well above ours, and that's the disappointing thing for us.
So, defensive transition, how does something like that fall away so dramatically in 8 months? I mean, is that obviously haven't changed anything philosophically? But can you take us through how that can happen?
Yeah, look, we probably shuffled some things around before the Sydney game, and it's a work in progress, some of that stuff, because but in the end, the trend was the same. So we need to keep looking at that and keep working at that. They're going from one end of the ground to the other way too easily. So that's one of our bigger challenges. But outside of that, we also need to connect with the ball. We had lots of opportunities where our fundamentals, forward to centre, just let us down. I thought our method from the back half was pretty good, but we just got let down with our inside 50 kicks. Too often they didn't hit, or we got beaten. We didn't mark the ball, or we got mopped up, drop a ball.
And 2 or 3 blokes loose, basically at half forward, lining up. What do you put that down to? Is that a work rate thing? Is it being caught out on defensive transition turnover? How can you explain that?
Oh, look, as I said, there's a lot of little things breaking down. You can analyse our game in total, but in the end, the trend's the same. So we need to change that, and we've got 4 days to change it. So, yep, they had some guys that were behind the ball, but we need to connect better with the ball. There was elements of it, but forward to centre especially, it certainly wasn't to the level.
As a coach, is that the most frustrating part? I mean, you're pretty patient, but when you're watching some of that stuff, and I'm talking about your offensive transition, that must be incredibly frustrating.
Yeah, it is, and that frustration and disappointment builds. It builds in coaches, it builds in players, it builds in you as a club. But what we can't afford to do is let that frustration and disappointment then start to affect the way we play. I felt in the second half, I thought some of our contest work dropped away, our clearance work. I thought we got out-hunted around the footy, and that's the thing that we've got to keep working on. Yep, if we make a mistake, let's just get back in and mop it up, because that's the way the game's played, and every contest does matter in this game. And you got to stay in the game, and you got to continue to be up for the grind. Yeah, as I said, there's elements that are heading in the right direction, but we've got 4 days, so we need to move on really quickly to Richmond on Wednesday night, and I think that's sometimes a good thing, that there's some elements we can fix, relatively quickly. If we connect a little bit better with the ball, if we hunt a bit more around contest areas, we've got a long way to bridging that scoreboard gap. So, I'm confident that the boys and the club will rally in the next 4 days and put up a really good performance.
Ask you, 1 and 4 is scary win-loss ratio. I know it's the template that everyone always talks about, but you're pretty confident you can turn around and pretty quickly.
Yeah, look, 1 and 4 is not pretty, but it's a long way to go still. So we've got to just keep working hard to find our best footy. We've got to fix up some areas that are now trends in our game, and fix them up really quickly. And we are working incredibly hard, and I've got to tell us, we are working incredibly hard to fix them. There were some steps forward last week, but there's still some inconsistencies in it today. So, we need to just keep working hard, and the wheel will turn, and we'll get ourselves going. Yeah, look, we put him on the wing for a while. We're trying to get him going at the moment. He's just not marking the ball like he was. So that's his great challenge, is to mark the ball and be a real presence for us. So we'll keep persevering with him forward. He's played his best footy in his career as a forward. So we'll keep working with it. We're 5 weeks in. Yeah, look, it's a combination of both. You know, when you don't connect, there's obviously you can cut for you where there's poor decisions, you can cut for you where there's poor fundamentals. So it's a combination. But as I said, I thought some of our method was better back of centre towards our forward 50. It's just that last little connection piece going inside.
Would you look to perhaps make a few decisions and selection that perhaps shake things up? Just to make a statement, I guess.
Oh yeah, look, we've got some guys in form in the VFL. You know, Billy Stretch went back and played well. Jeff Garlett's now played 2 games or 2.5 games back in the VFL. So there's some guys that are available and in form. So they'll certainly come into the selection mix. But in all fairness, we haven't got a great deal. We've got a pretty long injury list as well. So we've got some guys back today. We've got Neville Jetta and Jordan Lewis back into the team. Got Jay Lockhart available again. So, look, there's some opportunities for us to do some things there, yeah. Good. Thanks, guys.